Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Emily at the Coloring Oasis. Welcome if you're new, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I have a mega video today. People have been asking me to show my 3 massive binders full of printables and colored pictures I've been doing the last several years that are not in books from my printables and Patreons, which I'm about to go into. But I have some more interesting things to show you first, including a batch of printables uncolored and some recommendations showing you what I'm going to be working on and how you can get some of these for free in my Facebook group, which I will post after this video. And if you haven't joined my Facebook group, it is the Coloring Oasis Adult Coloring Community. I will link the group in the details section of this video. And I have a current contest going on that's only going to be going until Sunday, where if you post some kind of a summer photo, summer themed photo of some kind that you've colored in the entry area, I have 5 major giveaways I'm doing. Sunday will be the last day. I have a full Sucolor pencil set, a smaller pencil set, a couple of markers, some gel pens, a few books. So please do get your picture in there, and anytime until Sunday evening, which would be West Coast time, 8 p.m. So, and I do giveaways every month and contests, so you might want to join either way. Okay, was working on my Artex pastels, but I'm going to put these aside. And I want to show you a few things coming up and a few things you can get as well. Some yes, some no. So the first thing I've been working on is my Copic marker skin tone tutorial series. I have video 1 and video 2 out, different ethnicity skin tones, and I'm going to be doing video 3 with this cutie here. You can find that under my playlists. It'll be under Copic skin tone tutorials, and you can swap the techniques from those videos, do with Ohuhu markers as well. But these Copics that I use in my tutorials, you can buy individually. Usually you only need between 2 and 4 you can purchase, and I do link those as well. So if you want to learn how to do beautiful skin tones with markers, which I highly recommend, keep an eye out because this will be the next one that I am doing. Also, I have a really adorable printable from Julia Speary. So this one is not free. It's on Etsy. You'll have to buy it. I can link that below as well. She's been doing this series of cute little girls in little girl settings in her art room, her playroom, and cooking in the kitchen. I just love it. And I'm also doing full color alongs in the book Fairy Tale Fantasia, of which I've already posted 2 videos, one version of the picture in Prismacolor and one version of the picture in Ohuhu's, and I'll be doing that every month. And there's a separate playlist for that you can find as well. But she's one of my favorite artists. So if you can't print, you don't have a printer, definitely check out that book and those color alongs. Here's another artist I really love, and I just realized I can't remember her name, but she has a lot of these whimsical sort of fantasy over the rainbow kind of pictures. I just love them. I believe they're maybe an Asian style. I'm going to link this below. I'll call it the parrot picture. I've done a few of hers, and I'm going to be working on this one this month, so you'll see what it looks like completed. I also wanted to highly recommend Jade Summers' shaded version, Grayscale. One of my absolute favorite books is her Grayscale Vampires and her Grayscale Appreciated Nightmares book. These 2 books, these 2 pictures come from those books. You cannot get these books in print anymore. They're out of print or sold out. They're just, you can't find them. I've looked everywhere for printed copies, so I get mine on Etsy. I do recommend the Grayscale version. They're way better, so much easier to color. They look amazing when they're done. I'm going to show you 1 or 2 I've done from this book here in a minute with my colored ones. So I'll link these books below as well if you're interested. But these 2 I'll be working on this month. I'm also a member of Hannah Lynn's Patreon. Although she has many books to choose from, I do like her grayscale shaded pictures in her Patreon. This is her Bear Summer Camp Out, which I'll be coloring here shortly. I'm also working on a Disney series of printables right now that are free, and I can link each one below each month that I'm doing. This is the first one. They're kind of collage style, so each princess has her own little collage. I'm doing Alice in Wonderland right now. Not sure if she's a princess, but same concept. little elements from, you know, there's Aladdin. I've seen Aladdin, Belle, Ariel, Tinkerbell. I think there's even, I saw Robin Hood, I saw Moana. There's several of them. So I'm doing Alice in Wonderland, so I'll link this one. Well, actually, I'm going to just put the JPEG of this in my Facebook group, and you can print and color. Also, I have a free Cabbage Patch Kids coloring page. I'm a retro 80s fan. I grew up in the 80s. I love Cabbage Patch Kids. Very simple, very plain. I'm going to probably color this on camera with some markers, marker tutorials, and show you how it's done. I'll put that in my Facebook group as well if you're interested in this one. And I have an extremely fun one I'm working on. Wait till you see the one I did. It's called 80s Hair. The book is called 80s Hair, and it is just a rocking good time. It's large. Well, pictures are large. I can't even fully fit them in my camera, I'm noticing. They're pretty incredible. They're so much fun. They're like a light grayscale. They're amazing. I already did one. I'm just going to show you. This is only like 6 or 7 I printed from the book. This was an Etsy book. And I might do one of these on camera so you can see as well. I love this one. They're so much fun. I'm glad I was a kid in the 80s, so I didn't actually have to have hair like that, but because I was not an adult. These are the ones I'm going to work on the next 2 months. But there's a lot more pictures in there. So that is what I have for the printables I'm working on now. Now I wanted to show you these. So this one I'm inquiring who might be interested. This is a pile of 9 pictures done by a very talented artist, Kevin Teo. They're printables. They are not available in book, I don't believe, but I'm double checking on that. I messaged him. It's the Kawaii Princesses. There's 9 mini Disney style Kawaii princesses. I'm thinking of coloring all of mine on putting them on my new Patreon for tutorials, color alongs. I printed mine on A4 paper, the large size, and I printed it on Copic marker paper, which I only use for Copics or Ohuhus. And I'm thinking of doing all of them on my Patreon. I'm curious if anybody would be interested in not only seeing them completed or seeing me color them or coloring along or having tutorials on how to color them. Anyone who has their own printer, and I can link below where I get them and the paper that I use, which is best for markers. These kind of big-eyed kawaii girls are really better with markers, or marker with pencil, whichever. They just look so much more vibrant and popping, and I really want to teach more people how to use alcohol markers. So Jasmine. So you can see all 9 of those. I think they're adorable. I'm so excited to color them. So if you're interested in having color alongs for this Kevin Teo packet, please make a comment below and let me know, so I know how many people, if it's worth my time to do it. I'm also gotten really into comics, old vintage style comics. I'm working on some Brenda Starr pictures. This is Brenda Starr. She was like there were fashion dolls and paper dolls based on her. 1947 kind of glamour reporter, Hollywood. So I'm going to be doing this one. This is one I can link in my Facebook group. And wait until you see this one. Don't shoot the messenger. But I am going to put this in my Facebook group. I'm working on this one next. This is Katie Keene. Now let's look at this one. Katie Keene. Katie Keene stars as the first woman president in a colossal movie studios production of Madam President. She'll trump their ace, write her own speeches, and doesn't own any pantsuits. This is a real vintage picture. This is not new. Katie Keene has been around since 1945, and she was known as the most glamorous comic, model in those kind of comics early on. This was meant to be funny. I just thought it was highly ironic. I'm going to be coloring it, so putting it in my group. I'll share it. I'll put the blank one in there. Anyone who wants to color it, please share it in my group. But I just got such a good laugh when I saw that, considering everything going on in the world right now. I think they're awesome, but she's amazing. So there's Katie Keene. I mean, they're going to print comic size. You can't really get them larger without everything being stretched out. But yeah, you have her Halloween one, Katie Keene, the Pirate Queen. I just think these are so amazing. They're so cool. We have the Witching Hour, since we're coming up on Halloween. And we have Katie Keene's portrait on her actual original book. And these I found them randomly through recommendations through somebody's Pinterest. But anyway, I'll be working on one per month, maybe more. I'll do 2 in October, and I'll link them below as well. So let me know what you guys think so far, and let's get on to the pictures. We're going to be here a while. Give you a quick feel. I have 3 of these large 4-inch binders that are full of clear slipcover completed pictures from several years. So you can see the difference between the old ones where I wasn't as good versus the intermediate and the newer ones. So I'm taking them out as I show you because it's too hard to fold and get that all in the camera. But first I wanted to show you one of those 80s hair ones that I completed, and one from the Jade Summer book that I was just talking about. So I'm working on this one now. This is 80s hair. I haven't finished. I'm doing this one based on a color palette. I have some more work to do on her makeup, a little bit more on her skin. This is all done with Ohuhu markers. I just want you to see what's possible to do with markers, especially if you do my tutorials and do some follow alongs with me. And this was just a real quick job. I didn't even work that hard on this one. So I'm excited about doing that book. And here is the one I did from the Jade Summer. I think this was from the Jade Summer Nightmares or Vampires. But you can see I did this color palette here. I think I did it pretty well. Couldn't find a sage green quite light enough, so mine had a little more sage in it. But I think it worked, and this was really like 5 colors. It's actually quite challenging to do a whole picture in just 5 colors, so you can get different shades of one color, but a few more touch-ups needed. But yeah, I just want you to see how great these grayscale pictures can look with alcohol markers. There are techniques though that are involved, so I do try to teach those in my classes and everything. All right, so let's get started. Whew. Okay, I have a big old pile here. Might want to grab your hot cocoa, coffee, soda, and snacks because we have a lot to look at. Okay, I won't try to talk about most of them, but I might make some comments. We have Witch. This is Autumn Forest Witch by Christine Caron. I intentionally left the background white on this one so those autumn colors would like really just pop on out, which I think really worked well here. I used Prismacolors for the makeup, stickles, and everything else was done in marker. Almost everything in this binder is marker. And I want to show you how great these marker pictures can look. Some I do put pencil details on top, which I'll show you if that's the case. This one I did recently for my 50th birthday with the celebratory, you know, you can see I did stickles on her makeup, and I put 50th there. You can see what I did with her martini glass. Yeah, I didn't want to take everything out of the slip covers, and this ring light can be a real pill. That's why I wanted to take everything out of the binder. Here's one I did from Deborah Muller's Fairy Weddings. This was using Sharpies primarily with a little bit of pencil. All right, this one I just did this summer. You might have seen. This was a Patreon by Dara Kirkersoy, all done with Copic markers. And you can see what I did, the techniques for doing the ice cream and the glass and whatnot here. This one I did, this was my Copic marker skin tone number 2 video. This was a tutorial. I showed you how I did the skin. I showed you how I did the tinted sunglasses and the translucent intertube, all in marker on that video. And same techniques you can use with different markers if it's not Copics, as long as they're high quality markers, artist grade blendable markers. This was my Copic marker skin tutorial number 1, which is also on my channel, where I did the skin tone on this cute little girl. She has a slight beige yellow undertone to her skin. And I also showed you how I did, it's hard to see with the ring light, but the reading glasses that had slight tint and sparkle, and makeup you can see through the lens. And this was Hannah Lynn's summer poolside Patreon from last month. Don't remember what I used. That was when I wasn't thinking too much. Oh, I love this one. This is an oldie. This is my Alice in Wonderland. I don't remember who this artist is. It's been a couple years. And I used Shin Hand Touch alcohol markers, which aren't necessary if you have Ohuhus and Copics. They're on the same scale. Here's my Safari. This was by, gosh, it's an Etsy channel called Favo Reads, I think. And this was all done in my Sioux color pencils, and I'm giving away an entire free set of 180 Sioux color pencils with this contest. So again, you want to join my group when you're done with this video, enter a summer picture. It can be floral botanicals or pool, beach, animals, summer animals, anything. But those are actually, they're my, even, I love my Prismas, but honestly, my Sioux colors, I probably love a little bit more. Well, this is my Lana Green Indian Gal I did last Thanksgiving. I love what I did with the abalone earrings here, abalone. This was I don't think I did a skin tone tutorial on this one, but this was done with Ohuhu 320 set. Here is my dragon. This is several years old. This was the first dragon I ever did. Now that I look at it, it looks very boring actually. Very plain, but I love the popping orangish red on him. All right. This was by Kevin Teo art I did for Halloween last year. He's the one who does the Kawaii Disney Princess printables. I told you, fun, quirky art style. This is how great his grayscale stuff can look with markers. This was done with Prismacolor Premier markers, which are not my favorite. I would not buy those over everything else, even though they are artist quality, just because they're kind of clunky. This one was even older than that. I loved my yellow pumpkin though. This one I did all in Color It brand pencils, which I love those pencils as well, but they don't make very many colors. There's like 50 of them. All right. This one was kind of fun. Some Halloween ones from last year. My Witch House, which I did all in this sparkle pink and purple sky, the purple witch house. And I did this one, my Spider Queen, a complete experiment. I don't even know how I got that background because it was white, obviously. I have no idea. I think it was a paint and stencils or something. This was the first time the second time I've ever done blue skin. The first time I did blue skin, it was a disaster, which you'll probably see that one as well. Alrighty, here's some cuties I did. Oh, I love this one. Here's my medieval queen. Oh, I love her. Oh, I'd forgotten. Gosh, I did this like a couple years ago. I'm impressed. I love medieval history, medieval Renaissance time period. I did all gel pens on her crown. And 3 different yellows and browns in her hair. And this was Mariella Budek's Cute Halloween. Here's some, here's some more Halloween ones. This was my Cutie Patootie, Derek Kirkersoy, little trick-or-treater girl. So I did some sparkles on the pumpkins. Not sure if you can see that. And stickles on her face. This one was fun. And this is my Vampire Queen. Gosh, this one was hard. Look at the wine glass. I don't even remember what I did, but I was trying to do the red wine, but maybe it's actually blood. You can't tell, but there's like a sparkle in the crystal. And pencils here, stencils. Everything else was marker and Prismacolor for the eyes. The makeup, I mean. I usually use Prismacolor for makeup because it does a nice effect. Here is a Deborah Muller full tutorial I did on how to color from a color palette. I believe I did, at least I did that. I think I did at least the hair and clothes on camera. I don't think I did the skin on camera. 4 different shades of red in that hair. This was from her Gothic Charm School, which I'm going to be redoing because I'm doing her entire Gothic Charm School Artist Edition in Ohuhu marker in my new Patreon when it's launched. This was a tutorial I taught how to do dark African skin tone with Copics a couple years ago. This This was like one of Deborah Muller's Etsy printables. I'll see if I can link any of these videos below, if I can find them and remember by the time I get to the end. Okay, here's another Deborah Muller. Might have been Gothic Charm School as well, I think. Maybe. Love my color palette in this one. But I'm going to be redoing, and these I did a couple years ago, so I'm going to be redoing all of the few I did in printable and the artist edition of the book in totally different color palettes. There's a really old one I did maybe 5 years ago. Terrible. Gosh. Such a difference. You can even see the difference in the quality of the mediums I used. Alrighty. Ooh, this one is... Ooh, I love these ones. Ooh, this is fun looking at all my old stuff. Okay. This one, I was trying to do Irish hair and Irish colors for St. Patty's Day. And I think I nailed it. I mean, my cat wasn't great. I'd never done a cat before when I did this. So, love what I did with the skin tone, her eyes, and the hair, and the emerald, more like a hunter green background. This was Lana Green. And then this one, I believe, was Rena. Shoot, it's either Rena Art or Lou Art Dream, and I always get them mixed up on Etsy, but this is her Winter Walk series, and there's several gals walking in winter, and I've done a few of them. And they have that kind of pencil sketch look about them. Ooh, here was a fun Derek Acker story. My kind of 1930s or 40s World War II, you know, wife. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I did this one. And I used, for the very first time, my Ohuhu sparkle or glitter. They're like glitter pens. First time I got them, I used on her eyes, her earrings, and the flowers. I don't know why I did that. And this, yeah, so they're really thick and rich. They're great pens. This was my Hannah Lynn Patreon, Aurora Borealis, Polar Ice Girl. So you can see I did some iridescent stuff with the snow, and so I'm just kind of giving you a feel for what my coloring style is, at least my style with markers and other mediums, if you guys want to learn from me. Although I do a lot of pencil stuff as well. That's a whole different look and technique. Here's my male, the only male I've ever colored. I just saw him. Where'd you go? This is my young version of Scrooge I did for Christmas last year, or maybe 2 years ago. He looks to me more like a Victorian rake from like a Victorian romance novel. But I wanted him to kind of look the same color as the background. Kind of that stormy, Victorian, cold, eerie, you know, not real friendly kind of a look. So I put some of that gray in his skin that was also in the background. And this was a Valentine's picture. She's my blushing beauty. So I really loved the turquoise with the popping hot pinks. And I did like a white paint pen on her heart. Yeah. I intentionally made her cheeks that rosy so it matched kind of the roses, you know. All right. This was my Christine Caron Rainbow Cupcake. This was done when I was testing out Artex alcohol markers for the first time. I have them. I hardly ever use them. Not bad. I just don't use them that often. I should use them more. And I did this rainbow cupcake with little snowdrops, and I was testing out some skin tones here. So here is a Deborah Muller Tahitian Queen. This is a printable. If there's any particular printable you're interested in, please let me know and I'll comment below, and then I'll reply with the link. It's just too many. I can't put every single link for all these pictures. There's several years of pictures here and I'd have to search for them all and where I found them. So this is a Lana Green Christmas from last year. I really love my sort of Tuscan architecture style color theme in here. Made me think of Southern California where my parents lived. And I don't know how I got the stormy window marble effect, but I enjoyed that as well. And the hair, I think I did a pretty good job. Look at it, isn't it cute? It's so cute. I wish it was Christmas now. Lana Green, Santa's Little Helper. Never got time to finish the background, but oh well. It is what it is. Unless the background is just going to be white, which I guess that's fine too. All right. Here we have, oh goodness. Oh my gosh. All right. This is an Easter Mariella Boo deck. I did this all in my Ohuhu 96 Pastels marker set. Super easy. Really enjoyed doing that one. This was a Lana Green, another spring blushing beauty sort of series like the last one. Here's my Lana Green Easter angel I did. I did her entirely in also my Ohuhu pastel set with neons, neon markers from Prismacolor Premier set, which is why you see some neon in her top and her eyes to kind of make the colors pop on top of the pastel. Actually, yeah, this wasn't my Easter angel. This was my, oh yeah, this was my Christmas angel. I did this at Christmas, but I wanted an Easter theme. Now I remember. Okay. Oh, see what I did with the pearls there? They're kind of like three-dimensional. Little trick I learned. These are really kind of an oldie I did here. I'm not real impressed with, by Deborah Muller. Nothing significant. Oh, I showed you that one. We're still in the first binder, you guys. Yes, I've been busy the last couple of years. Oh, this is from that artist I showed you that I said did that kind of whimsical rainbow over the rainbow style. This was one of hers too. And this is my sweet little Bella, my kitty. Color likeness of her in my color along in the Julia Speary Enchanted Fairy Tale Fantasia book. You saw my Prismacolor and Ohuhu versions. I showed you how to color a calico, but I had my cat Bella was a calico and she died last year. This is my Hannah Lynn Weather Sisters. I wanted a 1980s style color theme there. Here's a Dara Kirkasoy. This was a Valentine picture. She might have been a Patreon, I think. And I wanted some yellow gray tone in her skin to kind of go with like the purse in the background. It was kind of an experiment, kind of retro style. Oh, glitter pens for the earrings. And my Lana Green, I'm sorry, Christine Caron, my Blooming Flowers Scent of Spring. This is a spring picture and all done in my Ohuhu Pastels, the 96 set, which is what I would recommend. I have a whole giant Ohuhu video coming up. Everything you need to know about Ohuhu markers, how to get all the completed sets, how to make sense of all the sets, what are the different products they have, and which are good and which are bad. I have them all. I'm going to show them all to you and explain how you can get all the colors because they don't sell all the colors in one set. It's kind of a nightmare. Here's another Dara Kirkasoy Easter, which I love this one. It's so cute. Seriously, if you guys don't do a lot of markers, only do pencils, it is so fun and addicting. One reason is you get the color on the page really quick. You don't have to work. It's like 3 times faster than doing pencil. And the colors are much more vibrant than pencil. And you can do, like, you get more satisfying results quicker, I think. This is Herb Leonard's Reading Dragon. I did. And markers, if you have the right paper and the right quality markers, they blend amazing. All right, I love my Nutcracker. I don't know who this artist is. This was an Etsy printable. I'd have to find it, but I love what I did with her hair tone. Kind of that gray, dirty blonde. I think it turned out fairly well. Oh, Christine Caron. This might have been a Patreon. The January, February picture. The knit hat. This I did for Mer Month. This was Hannah Lynn's Mermaid. I thought it was really odd how the tail comes out of her neck like that and is like way smaller. That was kind of weird, but whatever. I did kind of a Christmas color palette for Christmas in July. And this was a Molly Harrison Mermaid from Etsy for Mer Month. Did glitter pen here on her. The butterflies. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh gosh, I wonder if I counted these, how many it would be. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, love this one. Who did this picture? I don't remember. This might be a Christine Caron. This was a Halloween pick. I wanted a pink and purple sky. I wanted only pink and purple in the entire picture in different shades other than her skin. And I think I pulled it off and I did like the glittery moon effects and on her eyes and everything. This was a grayscale. Here's from Miss Positive by Deborah Muller. I'm going totally retro, vibrant style in that book because it's like supposed to be an uplifting book, right? This was Annalyn Fall Patreon from last year. I did all in neutral autumn shades. I believe I did this with my Dick Blick alcohol markers. And this was probably Mariella Budek. I wasn't very happy with this one. It was just too much yellow in the sky. And this I did a couple of years ago. I didn't really know how to do backgrounds very well then. So, but it was, you know, it was all right. Okay. Oh, here it is. This is my sweet Bella, and I did the portrait of her. So my cat Bella, she was 17. She died this past March. I'd had her since she was 3 months old. This is what I did right after she died, and I was trying to do all these pictures where I would just see her in it with cats and try to learn how to color calicos, which was really difficult. I think I did this, I believe I did this with pan pastels, and I believe I did her with pencil. But yeah, I actually looked a lot like her as a kid, and I thought, you know, I'm an artist, my mom's an artist. I just thought this is a good way to remember her, so I did this right after she died. She was my soulmate. She's my best friend. I had 2 other cats, but I have one still. The other one died a few months later, but she didn't like me. She only liked my son. But Bella was my cat. She was with me day and night for 17 years. She only liked me all day long, by my side, on my lap, in my bed. All right. She's my darling. I miss her. She's the sweetest. She's tiny. She's like 6 pounds, 5.5, 6 pounds. She's just like an itty bitty little thing. Here is a Annalyn Summer from last year. I think it was last year, right? Or was it this year? No, it was last year. Pretty sure. Summer vacation. I wanted to do a Barbie card for that one. This was another spring. Dara Kirkasoy. I was kind of going for the gloomy shades that season. I have a Deborah Muller, her Halloween Boo Box, a special. I did a retro themed one. And another one, maybe a year before that, with some, sadly, for the first time doing new, without testing or swatching them, doing new skin tone markers by some very cheap ones, which I highly regret because I couldn't get any of the blend I get it with my good markers. It just looks terrible. That's why I always stick with only Cobex and Ohuhus for alcohol marker skin tone only. Period. End of story. All right. This one I just did, you might have seen. This is, I was testing out some alcohol markers on my channel with this one. My upgraded set of Dick Blick markers, which are really, really good alcohol markers. And I was doing the glasses on there. I don't know if you couldn't see the sparkle probably, but. And this was another quirky one by Kevin Teo art I just did last month. This one, these are just reading glasses, so it's hard to probably show you without getting that shine. I love vintage color palettes. I love everything that's retro. It's just like my favorite thing. And I like bright colors too. Here, this was a Christine Caron for Mer Month. My Ariel with her little girly stash under the water. She's my version of Ariel. And a Dara Kirkasoy Springtime. This might have been a Patreon or from her store. I don't remember. That looks like an boo-boo. I remember it was hard to do the eggs, but I figured that out well enough. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of this one. We have a Dara Kirkasoy Fairy. Don't know when I did this one. And a Derek Soy Valentine Girl with pan pastel background. This is an oldie. Probably wasn't doing that great back then. This is a Deborah Muller from her Halloween Boo Box. All done with alcohol marker. So much fun coloring that one. And one maybe a year before that, where I apparently never finished it because I didn't like it, so I abandoned ship. Here's my Hannah Lynn's Christmas Sisters, Christmas Weather Sisters, which I did Christmas style. I don't think they were meant to be Christmas style. And of course, you might have seen this recently, my Barbie. I have a free printable on this one. You can get, if you like it, message me. I can put it in my YouTube group as a JPEG or PDF to print. And this one, my Artist Girl. This one I did just last month. I was trying out some new stencils and some new skin tones with my Copics. And I wanted to do again another like clothing palette that kind of matched her skin tone. My mom was a painter, so I thought this would be a good one. And then this one on the back, I really boo-booed a lot. I smudged it during it. You can see right here and here and here. Made some big errors messing with these stencils. All right, we are on to the next binder. I'll try to show it to you in the binder because it's so much of a pain. I realized to put all these back in. I did these three from an Etsy book, printable. It's really thin, shiny paper, and you can tear. Oh, not sorry, not a printable. It's a regular book, but you can tear the pages out. And very thin paper. I use my Master's Touch Hobby Lobby markers for these. So they're all right. Nothing too fantabulous. All right. I don't know how well this is going to work though because of this ring light, but let's see. So here we have a pretty spring picture by Lana Green where I did some texturized pearls. I have pretty Lana Green one here for spring, and then I have this one here. So if you can see all that. Ooh, I have my Beauty and the Beast picture here. I have no idea who this artist is. I found this on, oh, that's Lana Green. Okay, I've forgotten. Too much yellow. I went way too bright on that one. And my Honey Bunny by Derek Soy. Forget it. I took them out of the binder. That was way too much of a hassle. Okay. This was Faye of the Wind Elf by Derek Soy. I showed you this side as well. Those are a lot of my spring palettes, you can tell. Another retro vintage sort of color palette, 1960s or 70s color palette. Lana Green. Entire palette was done in orange, brown, and yellow. I did add a pop of blue just to make it kind of stand out. You can see her eyes. And this was my Hannah Lynn Mermaid for Mer Month. Another one, maybe from the year before. I did texturize pearls, you can see. And, oh, cute. Oh my gosh. So many cute ones here. Here's my Deborah Muller Little Mermaid for Mer Month I did. And my Lana Green Mermaid I wanted to do all in neons, which was fun, with neon pan pastels. The little fishies have gold necklaces. I did gemstones here. Not sure what you can see. Okay, here's another earthy palette. This is by Rena Art. I believe I did a skin tone tutorial on this one. This one has the pencil art, the pencil line type art, and some of these shadows on her skin based on where you'd be standing in the light. Kind of covers some of that line art. But I love the green, orange, brown, yellow together. And my cute little birthday girl. I'm not sure who did this one. It was probably Lana Green, probably. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love these. These are fun. This is fun. This is my Derek Kirkosai The Messenger. I did this on A4 size Copic marker paper. The same paper I showed you I can do the Disney Kawaii Princesses by Kevin Teo on my Patreon if you guys want, which is the extra large size paper and with Copic markers. So this is the kind of look you can get, and you can get the same look with Ohuhus. So, and if I do a tutorial in Copics, I'll give you color equivalent numbers you can pull out your Ohuhus to do if you don't have the Copics, or vice versa. This is a Kevin Teo botanical. I was trying to working with using pan pastels and silver to do a can Easter. All right, we have a Derek Kirkosai little Psycho Girl for Halloween. I just realized I forgot to finish her glasses because there's no lens. Just a metal pen there. Yeah, I didn't do the lens. You can see right through to her eyes. Ooh, wow, her eyes look really good. What did I do on her eyes? I don't remember. Okay, Deborah Muller, all done with pastels from Miss Positive. I really messed up the eyes on that one real good. This was a Deborah Muller Miss Positive as well. And a Hannah Lynn Valentine's Day Patreon. Grayscale. Here is a Derek Kirkosai Valentine Love. Might have done a skin tone tutorial on these two. Can't remember. I know I used Ohuhus, I think. Here is my Derek Kirkosai's February picture from Patreon. She has so many books, though. I don't really need to be on there. I have all her books. I might actually not stick with that because I have so many of her books I want to do. All right. This is by Rena Art. Another playing around with skin tones here. She has that pencil kind of look you can see. I was kind of messing around with pencils on this one. And another Derek Kirkosai Mermaid with some nice skin tone, which might have been a tutorial, maybe, I think. And I forgot that I dropped my pink marker on her hand right at the end. I was so mad. Ah! Hate that. Hate that, hate that. Another mermaid for Mer Month. Beautiful green sea mermaid. I really like how her skin tone turned out. These were done with Copics. And this one I hated. I did it with watercolors. Ugh. I don't like it when it actually covers up all the black lines. I like it better when you can see the black lines. So, okay. Deborah Muller Halloween from her Boo Box last year. I was real happy with my tombstones. I did good on that. There's a Hannah Lynn Caramel Apple Fairy. Ooh, this is one of my faves right here. I don't know why I love this one so much. I did it so long ago, maybe 3 years. This is a Lana Green, and I just love the color palettes. I love hot pink and turquoise and mint. And I did her hair red, the same red and with black that's in the flowers. And I absolutely adored this pink shade. I used it for her lips and the poncho. And I think these were done with my Copic Chows. The background is all gelatos with a water brush. That was a really bad one I did from my Boo Box. Really cheap old mediums I did on that one. Okay, here's a Hannah Lynn Christmas one that I adore. This was a Patreon. See what I do with the snow? Put a little sparkle in there. Prismacolors for her makeup. Posca pen for the snowdrops. And this was her, I believe her January Patreon skiing girl. And orange and blue together are amazing. And I don't know why. I love orange. It's one of my favorite colors next to pink. It goes with everything. It goes great with purple, with navy blue, with hunter green, with brown, with yellow, with red. It's like an earth tone that goes with almost everything. I love it. All different shades of orange. The brighter the better though. Here is April Brown, which was just a florals, and I did a tutorial on how to color roses on this one on my channel. And this was a Snow in Love Dear Kirkersoy. A lot of makeup on her. Okay. Ooh, more Hannah Lynn Patreon. Last Halloween. See, orange or purple. Doesn't it look amazing? Hocus Pocus, Bette Midler. Can't go wrong. We have Autumn Fairy Dear Kirkersoy. Love my sky on that one. All right, another Hannah Lynn Patreon, another summer or tropical kind of, this is the kind of picture you could even submit for the contest, some kind of summerish type picture. And this is another Patreon I did of hers that's much older. I don't think I did very good on that one at all. Messed up on her hair. Love this one. This was by Rena Art. This one was amazing. I just love redheads, orange, red tones, Irish tones. And see that orange in here? Goes with everything, right? Goes with the blue, goes with the purple, goes with the greens. Absolutely love orange. This one did not turn out so well. Not happy with it at all. Okay. Another Deborah Muller Boo Box. A Cryptic Stone Girl. I did regular skin tones and did a gray marker over it to give it that look. And this was a printable from her royalty book. I wanted her to look like Marie Antoinette. Another Valentine romance here in the A4 paper. This was a Romeo and Juliet. And this was by Rena, probably because of the pencil art style. And I do a Kirkersoy, my New Year's picture. Oh, I love this one. Look at her wine glass. I did that. Champagne. I did pink eyes on her too. Just, I don't know. I like to go with kind of alternative colors sometimes, or often, especially in the Christine or Daria books, or the Deborah books. Here's my Leprechaun Grayscale for St. Patty's by Christine Caron. And this is Christine Caron. This was a freebie years ago, her diary. And this is the only picture I ever colored on camera with Crayola signature pencils, which are the adult version, which are amazing. They're as good as like the Color It pencils. I was blown away, and I did this whole picture in it. And the Crayola signature pencils. And I hate regular Crayolas with a passion. Okay, Lana Green. Another Easter. Love my Easter Brights. Another Lana Green Valentine. Hugging the pillow. I had to draw in like the shadow, the creases, where she's kind of hugging the pillow. I love this kind of sailor theme colors I did there. Really enjoy that. Ooh. This one's gorgeous. I don't remember who the artist is, but I remember, might have been, I don't think I did a tutorial on this skin tone, but I loved how it turned out. The skin and the hair was not an easy accomplishment. And here's Adaria Halloween. She looks amazing. Oh my gosh, look at my pictures I have. Here is this might be Rena Art or Lou Art Dream. This is the kind of a 1920s flapper girl with an old car. Summer picture, kind of Great Gatsby style. I really enjoyed this picture. And I love the eye makeup, the makeup that goes with the dress colors. And another one of the winter walks. I think I showed you the winter walks earlier on, the other girl. Here are some Deborah Muller printable Christmas pictures, which I also have the books for these, but I wanted to do markers, so I did printables. Gingerbread wishes. Gothic Christmas. I asked her if she could do Gothic Christmas in the artist edition because it's my favorite book, so I hope she will, so I can do all my markers. Oh, I love how this turned out. Oh, my rocking horse. Purdy. Oh, look at her gelato on her lips. Her stickles. Okay. Almost at the end of this second binder. The third binder only has like a fourth of the amount of pictures in it. This was from Deborah Muller's Royalty, and I wanted to do all liquid pearls for textured gemstones. And a really bad Easter picture I did a couple years ago with really cheap markers from China. I've gotten rid of all those ones. This is a Linka Filaninka freebie. I did a tutorial on roses and did liquid pearls here on her necklace. Here. I really adore this one by Lana Green. I did a skin tone tutorial with 3 Copic colors. You can get $6 each on Amazon. How to do this skin tone, which I did on camera. And I believe I also did her hair and the dress on camera. It's a 2-part series. I'll try to link all my videos I refer to below if I remember. Deborah Muller, Miss Positive again. Remember, I'm doing that one all in bright colors. And there's another Deborah Muller Christmas one from one of her Christmas boxes. And Linka Filaninka, I did her mermaid. See what I did, like with the ocean. Some white, see these faded stripes here, just like some waves. Like water ripples. This was my first attempt to do blue skin. It was a total tank. It's a humiliation. It's terrible. They're not all winners. So here's one I did in those giant, chunky, fat Creta pencils. They're like this fat, and it was really awkward. I can't believe I managed it. But they're really creamy and rich. All right, third binder, not much left. This is probably about a half full, the next binder. It's more than I thought. This was a Deborah Muller contest in her group last month, which I won the contest for this picture. Everyone had to color this picture. Best picture gets a free book. I won the picture. I did do a tutorial on this one, how to do ice cream, scent and lotion like nose, and a tie-dye background. And my ice cream method has gotten a lot better since then. So we're getting into some of my older stuff here that's not going to be quite as good. Maybe. We'll see. If you hear me cringe, you'll know why. All right, here's a cute Mariella Budek Valentine one. And this is a free Christine Caron Coloring Girl. Did several years ago, again with the Crayola Signature Adult Pencils. They're really good. I mean, it's blown me away, honestly. Like, compared to like how inexpensive they are. I still like my Sioux colors better though. This is my Hannah Lynn Camp Out Fall Sisters from last fall. And my Lana Green, another spring picture. It was kind of a mistake that I wasn't intending to do yellow hair on a yellow background. That's generally something you should not do because you want the hair and the central figure to pop out, but I did it for some reason and it works, you know? Very sunny, happy picture. All right, here's a cute Mariella Budek Halloween. Love my brights. And a Deborah Muller Gothic Charm School, another one I'm going to recreate. This one's a couple years old. Again, orange, blue, brown. Don't they look great together? Oh, we have a Lana Green Valentine's Day. Cupid. Really bad, terrible oldie by Deborah Muller. I did Wonderland. Really bad picture. All right, hope you guys are still with me. Is anybody watching this entire video? I'm really curious, actually. Hope I'm not boring y'all to tears. Here was a cute coloring book cafe freebie I did. I'm signing up for their newsletter a couple years back. And this is a Deborah Muller. I wanted her to look kind of like she's been working out in the garden, and then she comes in to do her painting. I used entirely Sharpies in this picture, the whole thing. Or at least, I might have done the whole thing except the skin tone, but I might have used the Sharpie skin tone set for her skin. I have a video on this one too. I'll see if I can link it. Deborah Muller Bloom portrait. And Lana Green, another Valentine's Day. You can see I did the textured sort of glossy chocolate on her nose and face for the frosting. So, I'm getting tired standing here. Deborah Muller Easter picture, done with pastels. And freebie chibi, haha, get it? Freebie chibi picture from some website years and years ago. Early days coloring. Deborah Muller Christmas box from a couple years back. I put my own snow blobs in there. Snowflakes. And a very poor quality portrait with really terrible mediums. Also early on. Goes to show you the difference. Here is a beautiful one I did a video on, Deborah Muller's Gothic Charm School, of which I'll be redoing that whole book in that artist edition in my Patreon. But I did a 3-color color palette, brown, rose, and white, and 3 colors in this whole different shades of rose, like the darker and the lighter. But I really enjoyed how this turned out. Then I did this really terrible one. I wanted to do all in neon brush markers. Yeah, that was a little bit much. Okay. They can't all be winners. Here was the Deborah Muller Countdown to Christmas. 3 pairs, day 1. 12 days of Christmas. And, or 12 days. 25 days. Did I say 12? 25 days. Deborah Muller and Oldie Oldie Christmas. This is the only printable I've ever done from this nice little town. From the Valentine book, which is my favorite, which I have the printed copy of that. I bought the printed copy after I did this. I did my mouth way too dark. I don't know what happened there, but. And Lana Green vintage style pastel, and you see the cake has that gloss. It's a little trick how to do cake icing. It's really easy actually. Let me know if you want to know how to do that. Okay. Here's my Deborah Muller freebie for Valentine Fairy. Did years ago. And an Asian artist years ago. I don't remember the name. I think it's the same one that did that picture I showed you with the printable early on that is the over the rainbow type stuff that also did the calico ones. I think that's the same artist. Yes, it is. I just don't remember the name. So. Okay, more early Deborah Muller stuff. I did another kind of 60s, 70s color palette. Again, orange and blues and yellows. Looks amazing. And this one was very early, prior to knowing how to do makeup days. Same. This one might have been a little newer. I think it's a little better. I was doing stickles for makeup. And that little elf, all the snowflakes. Okay. There's a really cute Mariella Budek Cinderella in her frumpier days. Enjoyed this a great deal, coloring this one. And this is my sort of 1930s style jazz singer from Color & Chicks. I love the color palette on this one. This is an oldie. Probably did this around COVID time. I'm sorry, early COVID time, since we still have COVID apparently, because my son and my grandson had it last week again. This is the only picture I have ever done in the children's Crayola pencils, ever. The yellow box pencils. It is a Lana Green. Made me think of Barbie, kind of vintage. That's why it looks so scratchy, because you can't really blend standard Crayolas very well. All of this was the kids' Crayolas. It took forever. I did not enjoy it at all. Really bad early stormy Pacific Northwest where I live picture. I think it was really rainy that day I did that one. Another fun Deborah Muller Christmas one. I did these little puffed stickers for a background over just a marker background here. Thought that was really pretty. Oh, that's that same artist again. The one I can't think of the name, the Asian artist. I think she's Japanese, probably, I think. And I can't pronounce the name, that's why I can never remember. I think that's who I'm thinking of. Here's another Mariella Budek Cinderella, which I went way too bright in the background with my gelatos. I did some stickled on her face, some glittery stuff. And another Deborah Muller Blooms. We're almost to the bottom. Lana Green, kind of a retro Christmas cocoa, pen pastel background, watercolor pencils for everything except the skin, which was Copics. Really early day Deborah Muller one. That's all I colored up early on. That's why some of them, I have so many of them. This one was by Rena Art. I really enjoyed my green and yellow pumpkin. I can show you how I did that if you're interested. It's on the back. Another early Deborah Muller Easter one. We have a little witch girl making a witch's potion. And another early Deborah Muller Easter one. Oh, there's like only a few left here. We're down to the wire. I'm almost afraid to count how many that I did. I did those. All right. Here's the Deborah Muller Midsummer kind of fairy picture. And a Fairy Merry Christmas. This one might have been Kevin Teo. I don't remember, but I love it. She's my Jamaican witch. I really enjoyed like doing her dreadlocks. The colors on that and everything. And a Lana Green Valentine picture. I have a Mariella Budek cute Christmas elf. Early days. And no idea who this is. Crazy Cat Ladies for America. I'm sorry, Crazy Childless Cat Ladies for America. There you go. That fits in perfect. Yeah. I got those oil stains on here from my blender. I need to switch my background. Oh, that's a really ugly one. I'm afraid to show that one. Oh, this one's pretty. This one was done in those fat, chubby Creta color pencils. They really are creamy. They blend really well. They just take a lot of work. I hardly use them. Here's my Alice in Wonderland, apparently, by Molly Harrison. And another early Deborah Muller. Yeah, all I have left are these two crummy Deborah Mullers. This is kind of a cute spring color palette. Again, orange. Look how it goes with everything. Please don't forget to join my Facebook group. Click the link below, or you can search for the Coloring Oasis Adult Coloring Community. There's another group called Color Oasis or Coloring Oasis without the and without the Adult Coloring Community on the back. Just ignore that one. That's not my group. They copied my group name. Here's a Deborah Muller Christmas printable. You can get some of my free printables and also enter the contest through Sunday and join for future contests and, you know, new videos and camaraderie. All right, thanks everybody. Hope you enjoyed seeing my new and old work, and please let me know what you think. If you need any links, let me know. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.